Hi guys, my name is Adellya Cahya with student number 2056. Now I will show you a debate with the motion, the House believes that money cannot bring happiness. So let's start the debate from the government and then the opposition. So I will begin my speech in 3, 2, 1. Okay, good morning everyone. So our motion today is about this House belief that money cannot bring happiness. There are two keywords such as money and happiness. Money is any object that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services and repayment of debts in a given country or socio-economic context. This main function of money are distinguished as a medium of exchange, a unit of account, a store of value, and occasionally a standard of deferred payment. So money contributes to happiness when it helps us make basic needs, but the research tells us that above a certain level, more money doesn't actually yield more happiness. So according to the Oxford English Dictionary, definition of money is a little more helpful, willing or showing pleasure or contentment, and happiness is a simple one that the state of being happy. So happiness can be defined as an enduring state of mind consisting not only of feeling of joy, contentment, and other positive emotion, but also a sense that one's life is meaningful and valued. So from the definition, we can glean a few important points about happiness. First is, happiness is a state, not a trait. In other words, it isn't a long-lasting permanent feature or personality trait, but a more fleeting, changeable state. Second, happiness is equated with feeling pleasure or contentment, meaning that happiness is not to be confused with joy, ecstasy, bliss, or other more intense feelings. Third, happiness can be either feelings or showing, meaning that happiness is not necessarily an internal or external experience, but can be both. So based on the definition, I agree with the motion that money cannot bring happiness because money can provide comfort and security, but true happiness comes from within and cannot be both. Material possession may bring temporary joy, but long-lasting happiness is derived from personal fulfillment and meaningful relationship. So therefore, money isn't everything. We can find happiness in other things and influenced by several factors. There are a few factors for overall happiness. The first is individual income, physical health, family social relationship, and experience of positive emotions. So according to the factor, money is not the most important thing that can bring happiness. However, it doesn't mean that we don't need money. Financial stability can contribute to a certain level of happiness. Studies have shown that once basic needs are met, the correlation between wealth and happiness diminishes. Factors like strong social connection, good health, and a sense of purpose have a more significant impact on overall happiness. However, there are another reason why happiness derived from money is not everlasting. First, you will never satisfy. Once you allow money to become your source of happiness, you will never be satisfied. You will always want more because that shiny new things will become old and used one day. Human beings have a tendency to quickly adapt to changes in their circumstance, including an increase in wealth. This means that no matter how much money we have, we may still feel like we need more to be happy. The second is stress. While money can alleviate financial stress, it can also bring its own set stressors. For example, the pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle or manage a large amount of wealth can be stressful and overwhelming. So that's why I agree with this motion that money is not the key to happiness. There are several examples, people who are happy even without a lot of money. The first is a teenager in a foster home who has several close friends and enjoys playing football on his school's team. And the second is an unmarried man in a monastery who has no earthly possession and no salary to speak of, but finds meaning in communing with his God. So There are also research tell that rich people usually unhappy and got depressed instead. So based on the example, we know that we don't need to have everything we want in order to be happy. True happiness can be obtained by finding joy in what we already have. However, much or little that may seem. So true happiness comes from within, finding joy in the little things and being grateful for what we have. So let us not chase after the illusion that money can bring happiness, but instead focus on discovering and nurturing the true meaningful aspect of our lives. Thank you. So I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Okay, as we know, our motion today is the false belief that money cannot bring happiness. This motion has two keywords. The first is money and then happiness. So before I state my opinion, let us know what is the definition of money and happiness. For the money is a value system that facilitates the exchange of goods in an economy. The use of money allows buyers and sellers to pay fewer transaction costs compared to the barter trade. The first type of money is commodities. Their physical properties make them desirable as a medium of exchange. Money makes the world go round. Economics depends on money to facilitate transactions and drive financial growth. So for the happiness is that feeling that comes over you when you know life is good and you can't help but smile. It's the opposite of sadness. So, happiness is a sense of well-being, joy or contentment. When people are successful or safe or lucky, they feel happiness. As ever the happiness index, we believe in going back to science that there have been lots of studies which look at the impacts of money on happiness. If you have money, you can buy everything you want, get a better quality of life, relax and have a comfortable life. These are the things that make you feel happy. So for this explanation, I truly disagree with the notion that money cannot bring happiness because everything in this world needs money. While it's sometimes the case that money can make people with challenging behaviors even more so, generally speaking, having enough money for the basic necessities of life as well as your wants and needs usually means a happier life. So we need to pay our bills and save for the future. Therefore, money buys peace of mind when we are able to live within our budget and save for the future. In the present, you will sleep better knowing you have some money in reserve in the event of an emergency. Looking in the future, you will be happy knowing you have built up enough to earn nest egg to enable you to retire and live independently for as long as possible. When we wonder whether money can buy happiness, we may consider the luxuries it provides, like expensive dinners and lavish vacation. But cash is key in another important way. It helps people avoid many of the day-to-day hassles that cause stress, new research shows. Now, I'm not saying that money will solve all your problems, but any problem is not really a problem when you have money. So, a 2014 study by Thomas Gilovich showed that spending money on experiences is the best way to spend money to bring happiness. So, another reason is about the salary. If we have a large salary, then we can earn and save more money. This makes many things around us easier. Our salary has a big impact on your quality life. It's going to impact everything from the kinds of food you eat to where you live and the car you drive. If you have a good quality of life, you will be healthier and of course happier. So in the other study, that participants kept a diary for 30 days, tracking daily events and their emotional responses to them, they found. First, money reduces intense stress. So there was no significant difference in how often the participants experienced distressing events no matter their income. They record a similar number of daily frustration. But those with higher incomes experience less negative intensity from those events. And then the second is more money brings greater control. So those with higher incomes felt they have more control over negative events and that control reduced their stress. People with ample incomes felt more agency to deal with whatever hassles may arise. And then the third is higher incomes led to higher life satisfaction. So people with higher incomes were generally more satisfied with their lives. And then another expert say that it's not that rich people don't have problems, but having money allows you to fix problems and resolve them more quickly. Therefore, I believe that money can bring us happiness, satisfied, and more peacefulness to our life. Thank you.